found a way to push one over the line. Just seemed like we ran out of gas.
Kessel shoots, rebound, Kadri scores! Nazem Kadri.
Just want to say thanks for your efforts and everything, and great job today. Good job.
Greatest head coach in every NHL team's history. Throughout over 3,000 regular season victories, the NHL has witnessed one of the top-notch coaches. Let's not forget to mention Dick Irvin Sr. here, who has the unmatched record of coaching in 1,449 NHL games. This is more than just having the best win-loss record. Several variables are considered when deciding on the best coach for each of the 32 NHL teams. Well, to see who is the greatest head coach on the NHL team, you have to watch this video till the end. Number 1. Buffalo Sabres, Lindy Ruff. Isn't it funny that Scotty Bowman, widely regarded as one of the greatest coaches in NHL history, took over for the Sabres, arguably one of his least successful stints? Despite this, he was able to collect 210 victories and an even 18-18 record in the playoffs for a franchise that had not had many memorable seasons. But what prompted his decision to coach the Sabres during that time? Meanwhile, Lindy Ruff seems to be the clear pick. With an excellent tenure, he oversaw 1,165 regular season games for the Sabres, as well as 101 playoff games, resulting in a winning postseason record. What elements contributed to Ruff's longevity and success with the Sabres, particularly given the franchise's history prior to his tenure? Number 2. Boston Bruins' Claude Julien. We might have gone with Art Ross, who coached the Bruins for 17 seasons. However, his tenure began in 1924, and on this list, we prioritized coaches who spent their careers in a version of the NHL that, resembles what hockey looks like now. Julien also earned the Jack Adams Award for Coach of the Year, and his one cup win is just one less than Ross's. Number 3. Carolina Hurricanes' Rod Brind'Amour. Brind'Amour is the first current coach on this list. He was an excellent player for the Hurricanes, winning 2 Selkies as the league's best defensive forward, but he has also had a lot of success as their coach. Despite coaching many more games and earning more wins, Paul Maurice left Carolina with a losing record. Interestingly, Brind'Amour has already won more postseason games than Maurice. Peter Laviolette, who coached the 2005-06 Cup winners, was also considered. Number 4. Anaheim Ducks, Randy Carlyle. Carlyle has coached more Ducks games, both regular season and playoffs, than any other coach, yet quantity is not the best measure of performance. His winning percentage is lower than Bruce Boudreau's, although Carlyle spent significantly more time with the Ducks and won the franchise's only Stanley Cup in his second season. That ring elevates him to the top. Number 5. Colorado Avalanche, Bob Hartley. Jared Bednar is likely to be the guy in time, given he has a cup and will shortly become the club leader in games coached. However, the early years of the restoration were not without challenges. Hartley only coached the Avalanche for 4 seasons and change, but he had a .618 point percentage and a .613 playoff victory percentage, plus a cup. Hartley is currently ahead of Bednar, if only temporarily. Number 6. Columbus Blue Jackets, John Tortorella. Isn't it interesting that Torts, known for his severe coaching approach, has left 5 different clubs in his wake? We cannot help but ask what motivates this tendency of moving on. Despite the issues he presents, Torts unquestionably possesses a unique coaching ability that has earned him opportunities. But what exactly about his coaching method maintains him in demand, despite the risk of burnout among players, front offices, and fans alike? Take the Columbus Blue Jackets, for example. While every previous coach in the franchise's history has won only 10 playoff games, Torts stands out with 13 playoff victories. But the question is, how does he get the best out of his players even in the face of adversity? And with each new opportunity, what lessons does he draw from his previous experiences to shape the future of both his coaching career and the teams he leads? Number 7. Dallas Stars, Ken Hitchcock. Isn't it humorous that Hitch, despite being responsible for the Columbus Blue Jackets' first playoff appearance, had his most successful stint with the Stars? Well, what was it about his time in Dallas that brought out the best in him and his teammates? One can't help but marvel at how Hitch managed to create such a lasting impression on the brand. Reflecting on his stellar career, one realizes that Hitchcock's NHL career began with a bang. As he began his first head coaching job, he quickly led the Stars to a Stanley Cup victory in 1999, laying the groundwork for an excellent tenure. What aspects of his coaching and leadership contributed to this early success? The story of Hitch's two-decade coaching career with the Stars begs more investigation. So, what drove his long-term success? And what inspired his temporary return to help stabilize the franchise during the 2017-18 season? Delving into these questions reveals not only the complexities of Hitchcock's coaching philosophy, but also the long-lasting impact he had on the teams he led during his illustrious career. Number 8. Edmonton Oilers, Glenn Sather. Imagine a team that includes Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, Jari Kurri, and Paul Coffey. It's like having a dream team, right? That's exactly what Glenn Sather had while coaching the Edmonton Oilers. And guess what? They won not one, but 4 Stanley Cups. But think about it. Coaching a team with so many superstars is not easy. Each player has their own style and abilities, and managing all that talent may be difficult. Nonetheless, Sather accomplished it with style. He knew how to bring out the best in each player and get them to work together seamlessly. Sure, Gretzky and the guys receive a lot of attention, and rightfully so, but don't forget about Sather. He was the brain behind the scenes, the one who pulled all the strings and made things happen. So, the next time you hear about the Oilers' Stanley Cup victories, throw a little respect to Sather. After all, he deserves some credit for transforming a dream team into a championship-winning machine. Number 9. Los Angeles Kings, Daryl Sutter. Daryl Sutter may have missed the target in Calgary, but he found his rhythm with the Los Angeles Kings. Let's talk about a redemption story. Sutter won the Jack Adams Award in Calgary, but it was with the Kings that he truly established himself. He led them to a Stanley Cup victory twice, making them the franchise's only 2 cups in history. Now, here's where things get interesting. While Sutter may not have coached the most games for the Kings, he is unquestionably the most successful coach. And when it comes to the playoffs, he is in a league of his own. Seriously, his postseason success is reminiscent of that of a sports legend. So, what is the secret to Sutter's success in Los Angeles? How did he build a squad into a title contender? What does his legacy signify for the future of the Kings? One thing is certain. When it comes to coaching brilliance, Sutter's reign in Los Angeles is a narrative worth celebrating and analyzing. Number 10. Montreal Canadiens, Toe Blake. There were plenty of alternatives for the franchise with the most cups ever. Both Bowman and Dick Irvin are excellent choices. However, it had to be Hector Blake, also known as Toe. He helped Montreal win the cup 5 times in a row. He then added 3 more cups before he was finished. Blake retired with 500 regular season wins while coaching the Montreal Canadiens. Few can claim to have achieved Blake's level of success as an NHL head coach. That's it for today's video. If you have any best coaches in mind, do let us know in the comments below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to support this channel. Until next time.